There's Kitty. He's the all black one. Kitty. He's somewhat friendly. There's Boo Boo, super friendly, with her little wet head because she likes going to the guest bathroom, my roommate's bathroom, because the shower drips in there. Like, we can't get it to stop. And here's these two. Gideon, leave him alone. So that's Ash, who never really comes out of the room that much because these two will fight. Ashy poos, what are you doing? Yeah, this is my roommate's room. So he'll hide in there. As I was saying about the bath. Did you just grab me? Is the shower drips constantly, and she'll go in there and get her head wet. You don't grab me as I walk by. So 4 cats here, even though really you see, at least I see, typically only 3 of them. In this one, we've taken to the vet a couple times because what he just did is he'll like blow his nose and shake his head, and snot will go. Literally, snot will be everywhere in here. It'll be on the walls, it'll be on the windows. So like once a week I go around with a magic erase and find it all and clean it. They're not, they said they could put him on pills. It might be an allergy or something, but it's year round that he gets this. So they said it doesn't seem to be bothering him other than it's just nasty and we got to clean it up. So for now, we haven't done anything. If you know anything, if you've experienced this, like I said, I think it's like just one nostril that he gets it on. And then he'll just like sneeze and shake his head and it just flies. Face the window here, a little better lighting. A little cooler today. It's only in the 70s, but it's still, I don't know what the humidity is. Actually, let me check it real quick. Okay, so it's 73 degrees right now with 66% humidity. So it still feels fairly miserable. You're still, even though it's not that hot out, you're still just sweating all the time. So tomorrow being Monday, because I think I'll get this video up tonight. Tuesday I have the PET scan, so tomorrow starts 24 hours prior, that 24-hour time period, starting 24 hours out up to the PET scan. I can't have any or limited carbohydrates. I'm supposed to only have like 50 grams of carbohydrates from in that period of time, which it's gonna be tough because I eat a lot of carbs. Like when they say don't eat carbs, like everything has carbs in it. Like I like bread. Like most of the things I eat, I have bread with it. And, one slice of bread has 15 grams of carbs, which I think I could cut the crust off the bread. And I know that cuts down on calories. I would assume it cuts down on the carbs too. Typically, I think they say if you cut the crust off your bread, it cuts like the calories in half. So I would just assume cutting the carbs in half too for a slice of bread. So it said, basically not supposed to have breads, pasta, beans, candy, cereals, milks, juices, I think fruits, I think they said too. Basically everything. So I can have meat and vegetables, but the problem with vegetables, which I should have bought some canned carrots. Like I can't eat cold things, so vegetables, they'd have to be cooked because my teeth, the chemo is making my teeth super sensitive, like everything hurts it. So I have eggs, so I'll have a bunch of eggs. I think my procedure is at like 2:45 or something. So like 2 o'clock tomorrow, I am going to load up, like have some hamburgers and French fries, like just load up on carbs to hold me over for most of the night. So I have eggs. I have a can of Spam. I like Spam. I know a lot of people hate Spam, but I don't like Spam cooked. I just eat Spam raw. I know that sounds nasty. My mom makes it on like a hamburger bun. So she'll grind up the Spam, grind up like a thing of cheese, like cheddar cheese, and then onion, and like it mixes it all together. And she puts it on like a hamburger bun and puts it in the toaster oven, like for like an open-faced sandwich, where I just go in and take a handful of that mixture of cheese, Spam, and onion and just eat it. It's good. So I have Spam, I have eggs, I have some chicken. I think that's about it. But like I said, if I eat a bunch of food, some heavy carbs at 2 o'clock, that'll hold me over, through most of the day, and then just have something at night, get up. I can't eat anything 6 hours prior, so I think 8 o'clock I can have breakfast. So I'll get up at 8 and have like 4 eggs or something, and maybe have a little toast. Like I said, I can have 50 grams of carbs, so I could have toast probably with my eggs. I love getting so, and I'll probably do a little vlog tomorrow as I'm doing that food, possibly. We'll see. But yeah, I guess that's the good thing about having it at 2 o'clock. I can eat at 2, have tons of carbs. You need a bath. You're a little stinky. Either that or maybe you just went in your litter box. Maybe that's what I'm smelling. Even though I have a litter robot and it cycles on its own, it usually, I think I have it set for like 7 minutes after they go. Man, when they do go, you smell it. Especially when I have 4. So there's, you want to be on here too? So there's 4 cats. Ouch, I hit my leg on the table. Pretty much 3 of them use this. I have a litter robot 4 in my living room and a litter robot 3 in my roommate's room. And just that one that stays in that room pretty much is the only one that uses that one. The rest all use this one out here. So it can get stinky right when they go, doesn't it? And it fills up so quick. I mean, man, I'm emptying that thing. Typically with 1 cat, you could probably get by maybe 5 to 7 days of having to empty the drawer on it. But when you have 3 cats use it, it's, I can probably go 3 or 4 days. It's just after like 2 days, that's the only, thank you for smacking me with your tail. That's the only thing about the litter robot is, I love it. It makes things easier, but they got to do something to fix it and even my other one, the 3 is the same way. I need to put this camera in that tripod back there. It'd be easier for me to hold. 1 second here. Hopefully it doesn't cover the speaker any. But what I was saying is the litter robot is nice. The only issue I have with it is it'll say, because you can use an app on your phone and it'll tell you how full it is. Like after 2 days, it'll be like, oh, your litter robot's full. When it's not. I mean, the drawer is not even a quarter full, but I'll have to go in and manually in the app, like have it cycle, because it won't do it on its own because it thinks it's full. So that's the only frustrating thing is, like, even though it's not even near full, it thinks it's full and I have to constantly go in and manually cycle it on my app. And if I forget about it and, go the whole day, then the thing's full of litter. And this one over here gets picky if there's too much, if his litter hasn't been changed for the day, he won't go in it. He won't go use the one in the bedroom. He'll basically take a dump right in front of the litter robot. Won't you? Do you take a dump in front of the litter robot basically to tell me it needs to be cleaned? Yeah, you do it. Oh, are you sorry? He's hard to get mad at when he does stuff like that. Okay, so I think I'm just sweating in here. And then there's that one. That's my chair. Can I sit in that chair? Let's go outside where it's a little cooler. Oh, there was the other one. Whew. Yeah, so tomorrow won't be that much fun with having to eat no carbs. I know it doesn't, a lot of people are on like low carb diets and stuff, but I like carbs. Especially, like I said, I like pastas, I like breads, I like potatoes. I enjoy eating those things, so just even going 24 hours without that stuff is going to be tough. But 50 grams, so I think I can have like, what'd we say, 15 grams in a piece of toast. If I cut it in half or take the crust off it, it's down to 7. I could probably have 4 pieces of toast with my eggs in the morning. And then the PET scan, which I've had a PET scan, I've had an MRI, I've had CT scans, CAT scans. I think CAT scan and CT is the same thing, right? I've had all the things for this with this cancer. And I think the PET scan is the one I hate the most. It's kind of like an MRI where you're going into the machine, into like a tunnel, and it's like right above your face. Maybe not as close as an MRI. The thing about the PET scan is that they didn't do with the MRI is they don't want you to move. So this last time I had the PET scan, and I don't know if they'll do it this time too, is you lay on the table and then they put your arms on your side, or you can put them across your chest, and then they wrap this big, they wrap you like a burrito, this big thing around you, and it Velcros, so you're held, so you can't move. You can't move your arms or anything, so you're stuck in there. And then they're like, would you like us to put one around your feet too? I'm like, no, I will hold my feet still. I don't want my feet completely wrapped up too, and I'll be like a mummy in here. Which at first it wasn't bad. And you go into this machine, you go in the machine, they send you in really quick, then you come out, and then you go in really slow. Like you don't even know it's almost like watching clouds, where when you look at a cloud, you're like, is it moving? Then you have to stare at it for a long time. You're like, oh, it is moving. And that's the way it is when you go in the second time. I'm looking at the machine, like, and I see a timer on it, and which I think is the seconds, and I'm like, man, so that I'm doing the math. I'm like, this is gonna be like a half hour, and it was, because you're going so slow into this machine all the way through it. It takes forever. And like I said, it's not bad at first being wrapped up like that. Like, okay, it's not bad. Then all of a sudden I'm like, I got an itch on my face. And then once you have an itch, you have an itch, you can't unnotice it. And then I was just dying, and then like, oh my God, I can't move, I can't say anything, I can't yell at them to come itch my face, because if they do, or I move or anything, then we got to start the whole process over again, and like, I'm not doing that. So I had to literally suffer. So I'm not looking forward to that. Hello. You and your little wet head. So that's all Tuesday. We'll see. I mean, obviously, yep, it's better to be wrapped up like that so you don't make the mistake of like going and scratching your face or wiping your face or anything, because having to start over again will suck. It said on this one, it said plan on 2 hours. I don't remember, because I've had so many of these different things done. I don't remember the process prior to it. I think they have to put something into my body through an IV. I don't know how long that process is, because I don't think the PET scan took 2 hours itself. I think they did a full body one last time, and I think it was only half hour to 45 minutes. So maybe when it says the 2 hours, that's the whole, prep, getting there, getting done, all that. So, but I will keep you updated, and like I said, maybe I'll do a little, I don't know if you can see, it just ran by. So I have these little, I don't know if they're chipmunks, but there's tons of them, because they have holes in the ground that they go in. They're like the size of a chipmunk. If you know, do chipmunks make, do they have like tunnels in the ground? Because they're all over the place. And the cats will sit out here and watch them. And I don't know if you can see, I have plexiglass so the cats can't get through. I put little wood blocks, because one of those little chipmunks he ran through and got, before I had those little wood blocks there, and got up here on the deck when I was inside, and Boo, the one that has the wet head, the black and white one, she got it in her mouth, and that thing was just screaming. So I had to come out here yelling at her. She finally dropped it. Did kill it, and I was able to scoop it up with I think I used a broom and a dustpan and threw it over the fence there. So I have those little blocks between the plexiglass so they don't get up here, so that doesn't happen again. Like I said, they look like chipmunks, but they don't go in the tree or anything. They just make holes in the ground. So if you know, is that how chipmunks, that where they live? They burrow in the ground like that? Just leave in the comments below. And other than that, I will talk to you guys again, possibly tomorrow or Tuesday or so. We'll see. All right, have a good day.